The Power of Love. Episode 1. I don't think I can marry you. I'm sorry, George. I know you have helped me in life, but you see, I don't think we are in the same class. I'm a university graduate and you just have a primary school certificate. I have to be sincere to you, you are not my spec. I need someone who is on the same educational level with me. Someone with a higher intelligence and a higher way of reasoning. Now that I have finished university, I cannot marry a primary school graduate. Please, I want us to end the relationship. I'm sorry, but I have to move on. Sharon said to George, who was kneeling down with a diamond ring in his right hand. He bought the engagement ring a week ago after Sharon told him she would finally return home after her final year examination. What are you saying? What do you mean I'm not your spec? We have dated for 8 years and you are just realizing I'm not your spec. Why didn't you tell me this so I could move on with my life earlier? Please don't do this to me. I have invested my life in you and I cannot afford to lose a precious angel like you. George pleaded with Sharon. They were at a restaurant and everyone had their gazes fixed on the two of them. While some simply watched to see if Sharon would accept the ring from George, others added their voices and kept shouting, "Say yes, say yes." But despite the noise and pressure from the people at the restaurant, Sharon refused to take the ring from George. I just said I can't marry you. Let me repeat what I said earlier. I can't marry you because we are not in the same level of intelligence. We are no longer in the same class. I'm now a graduate, a medical doctor to be precise. As a graduate, I feel bad that a primary school graduate is asking me to marry him. I'm sorry, George, it won't work between us and we have to end the relationship. Sharon said. She stood up to leave the restaurant and George followed her with the ring in his hand. She was walking very fast and George was literally running after her. Why are you doing this to me, Sharon? I have given you everything. I have given you my time, money and resources for the past 8 years. Why are you treating me this way? I paid your university school fees. I fed you while you were in school and I sent you money every week. Now that you have graduated and became a medical doctor, you just remembered I'm not your spec. Why are you treating me with such cruelty? George asked as he continued running after Sharon, who had refused to stop. When she got to where she parked her car, she opened the door and jumped in as if she was being pursued by danger. She wound the glasses of the car so that she will not hear George. Even this same car you are about to ride, I bought it for you. I gave you everything. You think I was doing those things for free? I was hoping to marry you and I never expected that you would say no to me. George said with tears in his eyes. He felt so embarrassed because people from the restaurant followed them outside to see the end of the whole drama. I'm not your spec, George. I'm sorry, but please move on. I'm sure you will find another person who is better than me. Thank you for all you did for me. Thanks for paying my school fees and thanks for even feeding me while in school. But you see, you are just my destiny helper sent from God. That you paid my school fees and fed me does not mean I must marry you. Move on, we can't get married. I can't marry someone who only has a primary school certificate. I have to marry a university graduate. Sharon said after winding down the glass of the car. She zoomed off afterwards and George ran after the car with the ring in his hand. He was still shouting, marry me, until Sharon's car went out of sight. George broke down in tears. He sat by the roadside with his head bowed as he observed the diamond engagement ring in his hand. The people at the restaurant still followed him as he chased after the car. Many of them removed their phones and videoed him. He was ashamed of himself, so he used his left palm to cover his face so that the cameras will not capture him. This is what the world has turned into. Someone will be in pain and there will be no single person to help with words of encouragement. What people do is to record a video of you and post on the internet. George said as he stood up from the roadside and walked to his car. He drove home with a heavy heart, praying to God to help him overcome the heartbreak he just suffered. He got home and lay on his bed. He brought out his phone and went online. The first thing he saw was a video of him as it circulated on popular blogs. He was so angry that he decided to teach Sharon a lesson. A lady I trained in school for 8 years just graduated and dumped me. And she is telling me I'm not his spec. After eating my money. After I trained her to become a medical doctor and she is suddenly remembering that I'm a primary school graduate. I will not allow this to happen. I will teach Sharon a bitter lesson so that in her next life, she will know how to treat people. Judge said. Throughout that night, he could not sleep. Watch out for episode 2. Parrot Queen Stories.